Sargeras used the Twisting Nether to travel to corrupted worlds. The Twisting Nether is a dimension in space that connects all worlds. All laws of physics that we know are irrelevant there. The Nethrezim were the most significant threat to Sargeras' state of mind, and their homeworld is said to be somewhere in the Twisting Nether. But by the time Sargeras ventured to their homeworld, he had already developed many doubts about the Pantheon's right to establish order everywhere. He saw that order wasn't the perfect state of being, and he relinquished his tasks and left in a depressive mood. He realized that no one had the right to decide what was right and wrong, and by cleansing the universe of evil, they were simply exchanging one form of control for another. He decided that chaos was the universe's natural state, and he launched a new crusade to return everything to its natural state, the Burning Crusade. The Titans were devastated by Sargeras' leaving, but they found a replacement, Agramar. He was formerly Sargeras' lieutenant. He managed to retrieve Sargeras' sword, Gorshalak. Sargeras knew that on his own he would not stand a chance against his brethren, so he began to form his own army, the Burning Legion. The Pantheon came across a world very similar to Earth, called Azeroth. They cleansed the world, rid it of all evil, purified its core and made sure it would flourish with life forces. They then departed, with the intent of overseeing the world in great detail. An unknown amount of time later, however, disaster came to Azeroth. A very dark race came there, and little is known of these dark invaders, just that they need to feed on light in order to survive. Not the light that shines from stars or the sun, but a spiritual light. And Azeroth turned out to be enriched with this light. And by feeding on this light, these invaders were destroying Azeroth. These invaders were called necrophilic gods, and they were masters of persuasion. They corrupted the minds of the elemental lords, who were the physical manifestation of elements, and this allowed them to corrupt the planet even more. When the Pantheon discovered the state of Azeroth, they knew it would be best to destroy the planet. However, since this would probably not destroy the necrophilics completely, they decided to wage an all-out war, not just with Agramar and the army, but with the entire Pantheon. And this would become the greatest war Azeroth would ever see. The Pantheon had to cleanse the planet, but without killing the elemental lords, for killing them would mean destruction of Azeroth. The Titans quickly managed to seal the elemental lords in their realms, never to walk the physical plane again. But their true adversary still remained. They were an even match, but the Pantheon eventually won the battle. Tales are told of a fallen Titan, but this has never been confirmed. When they had won the battle, they found that necrophilics had infested themselves in the planet so deep they were bound to its life force, just like the elemental lords. The Pantheon decided to imprison the necrophilics in the planet's surface, never to be released. The Pantheon conjured prisons and chose soldiers from their armies to guard them. They also created the dragon aspects. They would be the world's protectors and act on behalf of the Titans in their absence. Each member of the Pantheon bestowed upon a dragon aspect a part of his or her powers. Amenthul chose the bronze dragon aspect, Nosdormu. He was charged with overseeing time itself on Azeroth. Eonar birthed two aspects, Alexstrasza and Ysera. They were sisters, and Alexstrasza received power over all life, and Ysera received power over an alternate reality on Azeroth, known as the Emerald Dream. Malygos was the blue dragon aspect, in charge of overseeing the knowledge and use of the arcane. Neltharion was the black dragon aspect, in charge of overseeing the planet itself and its core. Meanwhile, Sargeras had come across the Irodar, who lived on the planet Argus. They were a highly advanced spiritual people. As a people, they followed the guidance of a celestial race called the Naru, who were beings of pure light that wielded power of pure light. The leaders of the Eredar were three extremely wise and powerful individuals, whom were very close to each other: Archimonde, Kil'jaeden and Valen. Sargeras offered them incredible powers in exchange for a life of servitude. Valen refused, but Archimonde and Kil'jaeden agreed. Sargeras transformed them into demons of great power. Tum tum tum. Valen and a few Eredar managed to escape, but the rest of them were also transformed into demons.